Hello everyone, so this tarot reading is for the collective and it's focusing on the question, how can you let go of toxic attachments? So, if you're not entirely sure what a toxic attachment is, it's usually when you feel emotionally stuck to a person, a job, or even a situation that's, even though it's actually hurting you. It's not caring, it's more when your feelings become quite unhealthy or dependent, okay? So a simple way of understanding this is that you feel the need for them to feel okay, even if they treat you badly. So this could look like, staying in relationships where you're disrespected because you're actually scared to be alone, needing constant approval from a boss to feel good about yourself, feeling anxious or panicked at the thought or swell of leaving a job, even though it makes you unhappy. So kind of ignoring really red flags because the connection feels intense or familiar as well, okay? So why does this happen? It often comes from fear of rejection, low self-worth, past emotional wounds, or just wanting validation or safety from someone else. Healthy attachments, but I usually feel quite calm and secure. Toxic attachments feel anxious, very draining, and actually also kind of like quite hard to let go of. So, how can you let go of toxic attachments? You've got the High Priestess reversed, the Four of Cups reversed, the Knight of Cups reversed, and also at the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Swords reversed. So it's interesting because we've got every card out here is in reversed. So this tells me that this isn't about the other person. It's not even about the attachment itself. It's about what's really happening internally, okay? There's definitely a strong sense here of refusing to listen, mainly refusing to listen to your higher self, because the answer is within you. It's actually quite powerful because these cards upright show someone who's deeply intuitive, emotionally aware, and capable of seeing the truth very clearly. So the High Priestess upright is someone who can read a situation, read a person, and trust their intuition, okay? The Ace of Swords upright is clarity, truth, the ability to cut something out cleanly. The Knight of Cups upright is emotional connection, understanding what feels right and what doesn't. The Four of Cups upright is emotional awareness, okay? But because all of these cards are reversed, it's kind of like you're lacking the ability. It's kind of in a way that I feel like it's kind of a bit stubborn energy. You're refusing to use it, refusing to see it, refusing to. You're just ignoring it. Every time you get a bit of information, a bit of a download, you don't want to see it, you don't want to hear it, you don't want to know it. So, with the High Priestess reverse, it suggests that you already know the truth about this attachment. You felt it in your gut. You've sensed it in your body, but maybe you've talked yourself out of it. Okay, maybe you've told yourself you're overreacting or being possibly too sensitive. And the Four of Cups reverse feels like your waking up moment. Emotionally, you are starting to see things differently. You can't ignore it in the same way anymore. Okay, so that's in some way, that's good that this is happening because it will bring change. So there's definitely is a shift that's happening inside you where you're realizing this isn't fulfilling you the way that you thought it would. Okay, which is a good thing, even though it feels quite uncomfortable and negative at the moment. It is a good thing. The Knight of Cups reverse shows where the attachment may be rooted into more, I would say, more fantasy. Okay, so loving the potential, holding on to what you hope that person would be or that job would be, maybe romanticizing the connection. Now, my darling, that's not weakness. That's just human, and that's a good person. That's a nice person. Okay, but it keeps you emotionally tied to something that isn't meeting you in reality. So you deserve a lot more better than something like what you're being provided. Now, with the Ace of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck shows the kind of like the real key. You're avoiding the final truth because once you fully accept it, my darling, you will have to act on it. And actions mean change, and change means uncertainty. So, how do you let it go? You let go, my darling, by trusting what you already know. You stop negotiating with your intuition. You stop softening the truth to make it more comfortable. You separate reality from hope, and you allow, my darling, clarity to come in, even if it stings at first. Okay. I don't feel like this reading is saying, this reading isn't saying force yourself to detach. It's saying align with yourself. when your intuition, your emotions, and your logic comes back into alignment, the attachment will naturally loosen, okay? So letting go doesn't start with cutting someone off or something off. It starts with being honest, first of all, with yourself. Acknowledging it, accepting it, understanding it, listening to it. And the beautiful thing here is, Ramadan, is that you absolutely do have 100% the wisdom to do it. You're not confused, you're not incapable, you're just being asked to trust your own inner voice a little bit more deeply, okay? I hope this has helped in some way. Have a good day. Bye-bye.